And hello YouTube, this is Thomas Judge, back with something pretty random and different. Long story short, what you can see here are my spare DC Rebirth hardcovers of the moment. Having done my DC Rebirth guide for Section 3, which is Justice League and Suicide Squad, you've seen me show some of the hardcovers and omnibuses that I have, and long story short, these are the spares. In no particular order, what we have is Dark Days, The Road to Metal, Dark Knight's Metal, um, Dark Knight Metal, The Dark Knight's Rising. Dark Knight's Metal, the oversized hardcover, and Dark Knight Metal's Resistance is a trade paperback. We then have two more standard size hardcovers, Witching Hour and Batman Who Laughs. And we also have the Endless Winter Justice League hardcover. Standard size, but yeah, there it is. Justice League Endless Winter. The reason I'm showing this is I don't need these anymore. Because I have, well, for the top four, I have the omnibus. For Witching Hour, I just don't really like it as a story. I bought it because I was just really baited into it from the artwork. And Batman Who Laughs, I've actually swapped out with the oversized hardcover edition. And Endless Winter, I didn't especially enjoy. Again, I just kind of got overexcited and bought it. How should I get rid of these? I'll be honest with you, what I normally do is I normally put these things on eBay and I put them at like a fixed price, buy it now, whatever, and I leave them up for a month. And if they don't sell in a month, then what I do is I just give them to some of my nephews and nieces. Because it's always good to be the cool uncle. But there's quite a lot here, and a lot of it is not necessarily age appropriate for 7-year-olds. And I don't really want to have an argument with their mother. So at the end of the day, I'm kind of like, what do I do here? What I've also done in the past, sometimes on my channel, is I have actually, you know what? I'm gonna just flick through some of these. What I've done in the past on my channel is I have sometimes just put a video out saying, "Hey, I've got this. If you want it, just shout out in the comments below." And in that way, I've gotten rid of stuff like Inhumans. I've gotten rid of a Superman hardcover. I'm sure I've got rid of a few other bits and pieces. But it doesn't really feel very efficient. I don't really want to do anything too complicated. I definitely don't want to set up a new app or a new thing like Whatnot or something like that. And to be honest, what I'd prefer to do is just have like a giveaway and give it away to someone who would appreciate it in a way that my 7-year-old nieces and nephews would not. But that said, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking I'd like to do something that puts a little bit of spotlight or publicity on my prose books, No Gods or Kings. I know the majority of you haven't read them or bought them. That's totally fine. But I am an author. I have self-published. I have 4 books so far, No Gods or Kings volumes 1 to 4. The 5th one is coming out soonish at some point. And I just thought it'd be quite cool. Maybe if I said to people, "Hey, post a picture of you holding one of my books, having bought one of my books off Amazon." They only cost like $6 or $7. Or maybe I'll have a quiz of like, you know, if you can answer this question from one of my books, then you go into the draw. And that way I know people have bought the books on Kindle and read them. And the books only cost $1, for example. So I can't really think of something to do. I don't really know much about how these sorts of things work. So all I wanted to do was just ask you, the viewers, is there any particular way you can think of for me to do a giveaway where I'll give these away and I will ship them free wherever you are in the world? Not just the UK, like literally I'll ship them to America or whatever, fine. But yeah, I don't really know. I guess I'll be doing 7 separate giveaways. Or maybe I'll do all of Dark Knight's Metal in one particular go. That kind of makes sense. But yeah, like I say, I don't know, maybe the only thing I can think of right now is to say to people, hey, buy my physical book. You've got a month to buy it, one of the 4 volumes. And then send me a picture of you holding the book and then you go into a draw and I do a draw and I pick someone and I send them whatever. I guess that's one way to do it. But at the same time, you know, I don't know, it's a lot of effort. What do you think I should do? I really could do with some inspiration, genuinely. I've asked some of my friends, they've all come up with stupid ideas like set up a Whatnot or don't bother doing it. But I'd really rather give these to people who would want them, would appreciate them, and are the right age, and find this age appropriate stuff. There are probably going to be more giveaways like this I do during the course of my DC Rebirth reading guides, partly because I am planning on upgrading my Dark Knight's Death Metal set of trade paperback. So I'd be getting rid of all of those, and that would also mean I'd be getting rid of the Batman Who Laughs oversized hardcover I have, because that would be in the omnibus. Or is that in the Justice League omnibus? Either way, I'm going to be doing a few upgrades, so there's going to be some more to come. And I have also got some Superman hardcovers and some Batman-related hardcovers that when I get to those sections of my reading guide, then what I'll do is I'll basically do a giveaway for those. But I really want to think of a good way to do a giveaway. I don't really care about like making money from them. I mean, I could stick them on something like eBay, like I say, but eBay's always a bit of a pain in the neck, to be honest. So I could do that, but what I'd rather do, like I say, is do something where I could encourage and incentivize fans to look at my series No Gods or Kings, which is on nogodsorkings.com, and to pick up just a couple of volumes, because I'm really confident once you pick it up and you read it, you will like it, you will be a fan. And I just want to try to get more people into that. And maybe this would be a good way of doing that as some kind of giveaway. Maybe not. Anyway, long story short, that's the entire video. I don't really have an idea of how to do this. If you can think of one, then please let me know, and then maybe I'll do it. And then I've got a few other hardcovers and stuff to give away in the future. If not, I will just hang on to these until my nieces and nephews are like 12 or 13, something like that. And then I'll give them to them then. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Peace.